Hello, unique wonder of this marvelous universe, and welcome to Laura Dreams, the channel about life, the universe, art, and everything else. In today's episode, a reminder on the transience of life, the joy of nihilism, and finding purpose in life. What is worse than knowing that everything and everyone you know, including you, will one day be gone, forgotten, kaput, dead, pushing up daisies?
My favorite.
All your efforts, all your troubles, all the savings and the daily grind for a bright and shiny future, all your hopes and goals and dreams, here today, gone tomorrow. Metaphorically speaking, we hope. Worse than knowing that everyone will die is the knowledge that you, one day, will die. Dying together is pretty easy. Every time an asteroid approaches Earth, every time a global disaster is afoot, I start to get a little excited. No more interviews, no more work, no more suffering. Let's go! Let's wipe this place clean. Start over. From a wide perspective, what is humanity but a virus with shoes, am I right? Let's start over. Do you sometimes feel like you don't fit in? Don't you sometimes get overwhelmed by the crushing weight of existential nothingness? I got 99 problems, and being trapped in a decaying body, in a money-hungry society, on a dying planet, in a mysterious dimension may be one. We all may justify our seasonal depression as a bit of undigested cheese, a hormonal imbalance, or a genetic trait. Perhaps even an astrological peculiarity that deems you more prone to reflection, nihilism, or even depression. Such people often become artists. Humans, and artists in particular, are complex creatures. Where there is reflection, deep thought, and self-contemplation, there is sadness coupled with a hint of loneliness that often pours outwardly through visual arts, literature, music, and other creative endeavors that have been entertaining peasants since the beginning of time. Life is suffering, said the Buddha, and that comes as a relief to hear because you've suspected it all along. In fact, we all know it, but no one is really forthright about it. Right from the beginning, you're thrown into reality with your predispositions and weaknesses and distributed privileges as well. Such is the arbitrary nature of existence. There is no justice in life. Life is unfair. All you can do is to play the hand that you've been dealt to the best of your ability. Life is made of pain and pleasure. Two sides of the same coin. Can't have one without the other. Afraid of pain, chasing pleasure, the flesh body doesn't make enlightenment too easy on this remote hunk of rock and metal that circles a humdrum star that is one of 400 billion other stars that make up the Milky Way galaxy, which is one of billions of other galaxies which make up a universe which may be one of a very large number, perhaps an infinite number, of other universes. I feel like I'm depressed and that life is a piece of shit. You are depressed and life is a piece of shit. Thanks. Anytime. What's the point in living, in working, in going through all these troubles if we're all going to die anyway? Isn't it just an invitation for an incessant pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain at any cost? Then what is the purpose of life? We can ask a flower to absorb water, metamorphose from a seed, feel the sun's rays, bloom in all of its glory, make seeds and become compost for the new generation. It comes naturally to the flower to do these things, for the squirrel to gather and store nuts. But we humans, we are complex beings with the power of thought and choice. We don't want to become compost. I think the question of why we're here is nonsensical. It assumes there should be a reason, or at least that some sort of power willed us to be. And I've never understood that idea or found it comforting at all. How we're here at least has an answer. I'm here as a result of my ancestors reproducing before their deaths, but that leaves a lot to be desired in a way of a meaning for one's existence. Personally, I've stopped searching for meaning in my life. I intend to live out what's left of my brief existence, indulging in material pleasures and enjoying myself until the day I die and am forgotten in the long list of things that once were. The only question worth answering is, what do I want this life to mean to me? What do I want? If you think you have a choice, free will, and with choices comes the inability to make choices for the fear of making the wrong choice. Here's the thing, you're going to make wrong choices, you peasant. You're going to fail. Very often you're going to feel inferior, stupid and defeated and weak. Maybe even fat and sad. And then you're going to die. Probably alone. So what's a being with such a highly developed imagination to do? How can the human escape the trap of imminent despair and futility of life? What is the purpose of life? To understand that life is made of two pains, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. You either choose pain or pain will choose you. So we might as well enjoy the little pleasures in between. Your moral obligation is to be strong, dangerous, and not to give so many fucks about your own life. So try to harness this knowledge and use it in the service of good. In our vulnerability, we should look death in the eye and be grateful every day for the brief but magnificent opportunity that life provides. It is a gift to feel strong. You're so chill. Thanks, I gave up 10 years ago. The key to happiness isn't the joy you will feel when you have achieved all your goals, because you can never achieve everything you want to achieve. And you will never fail because you never get it done, and it's never perfect. So you might as well be happy with where you are and enjoy the day. Acceptance. Philosophers over the eons have explained that reality is arbitrary. Everything is subjective, and there is no objective reality that is outside our private little worlds, which are our minds. Which means you have the power to create your own reality. In fact, you do that every day. Is there a scarier thing than that? There's never anyone to blame but yourself for the nothing really matters world that you live in. Don't you love knowing that everything we say, do, or are is meaningless from the perspective of the universe? Our bodies are made of stardust, the burned out embers of stars that were released into the galaxy in massive explosions billions of years ago, mixed with atoms that formed only recently as ultra-fast cosmic rays slammed into the Earth's atmosphere. We are like butterflies who flutter for a day and think it is forever. No, but really, what is the purpose of life? To do things that you truly want to do, to achieve the clarity of purpose, to bring the body, mind, and spirit in alignment with your true self, to not give in to baser desires, but to find peace, contentment, and success through courage, discipline, and bravery. To feel strong, to feel confident, to truly feel the eternal power that you have inside you. I think my next painting will be an epic cosmic background with some sacred geometric patterns, maybe some aliens, crystal planet. I think it's a great idea. You really think so? No, I don't. Oh. You should do it. Really? No. What are we doing here now? I'm showing you that you can't let people tell you what's a good idea or not. You have to have the confidence in yourself and your ideas. You think it's a good idea? You should do it. Okay, I'll do it. Man is condemned to be free because once thrown into the world, he is responsible for everything he does. It isn't what happens to us that counts, but how we choose to tell that story. If you don't turn your life into a story, you just become a part of someone else's story. There isn't a way things should be, there's just what happens and what we do. It's all in the mind. We love to create little fantasies in our minds. Humans need fantasy to be human, to be the place where the falling angel meets the rising ape. The whole of life, it's just like watching a film, only it's as though you always get in 10 minutes after the big picture has started, and no one will tell you the plot, so you have to work it all out yourself from the clues. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, see yourself as an infinite being, part of this marvelous universe. Be like a leaf in the stream of creation. Chill out more. As my friend Louis Guerreri would say, you were born with only 2 arms. Stop trying to hold it all together. Drop some shit, have a cry, use both hands to give people the finger. What do I truly believe? That on the whole and by and large, if a person lives properly, not according to what any priest said, but according to what seems decent and honest inside, then it would, at the end, more or less, turn out alright.